Hey guys, it's Melvin7 here, and today I'm bringing you Transfer Rumours episode 28, I think. It'll be in the title anyway, 28, 29, who cares? Let's get into it. So the first one, we've got Nicolas Otamendi, who apparently, his agent, I think, is Lopez, as well as Jojo Mendes, who has some say in the player. I don't understand how it works. It might be third-party ownership, I don't know. But anyway, they're having a meeting in Porto to discuss Otamendi's future because the player does not want to return to Valencia, and they have... their tour starts on the 27th, I think. The player himself, Otamendi, is still on holiday at the minute, but he doesn't want to have to return to Valencia by the time his holiday ends, which I think is roughly around the 17th or the 21st. So, what's being reported by AS is that they will have a meeting then they'll fly over to Manchester, and he will either sign for Manchester United or Manchester City. Personally, and according to AS, Manchester United are the front runners, and I really can't see Ed Woodward letting such a big rival get such a big name, right? City will undoubtedly pay the €50 million release clause, so I think in the end we're going to have to stomp up that, and I don't think that's going to be a problem for us, and I do think we will sign him. I would be absolutely gutted to see him going to Manchester City because I rate him very, very highly, and he is a world-class centre-back. He proved that last season. If you see some of his tackles against Messi and Ronaldo, I mean the two best players in the world, you'll know what I mean. He's also a big aerial threat, even though he's quite small for a centre-back. I think he's 5'11" or 6 foot, which is... It's not obviously small, but for a centre-back, you can get a lot taller, but he's still amazing in the air, which is fantastic. So I really want this wrapped up, and I think it will be. Woodward, our chief executive, is flying back as soon as we have our first pre-season game against Club America on Friday. He's going to be travelling back to England, so hopefully he can get the deal wrapped up before Manchester City. That would be fantastic. Next player, we've got Pedro, who's rumoured to be going to Chelsea. Now, I'm not sure if it's Pedro or the player's agent that said that he wants to stay at Barca, or is it just... I don't know. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Rafa Benitez. What the hell am I going on about? It was Enrique, the Barcelona manager. My God, I'm slurring my words so badly. Manager who says he wants Pedro to stay, I think was a quote. Nevertheless, he's got a buyout clause of €200 million, which is kind of stupid. But I think the fee that's being reported is about $22 million. That is what Barcelona would be prepared to pay to see him go. And to be honest, he'd be a great addition to Chelsea. He can play on the right. He can play on the left as well. But that's Hazard's position. Or he could be pushed centrally, I suppose. But Cuadrado hasn't really done much so far. I mean, he hasn't been given many games, so we'll see what happens. Willian, on the other hand, has been fantastic for Chelsea, so I'm not entirely sure where he would fit in. Probably on the right, with Willian maybe moved to the left, or Pedro on the left, Hazard in the middle, then Willian on the right, and then have Fabregas and Matic behind. I don't know. Let me know what you think, but it would be a quality addition to a squad that, you know, is already fantastic, to be honest. The next player, we've got Edison Cavani, who's rumoured to be moving to Manchester United. Now, I'm going to say this. He's a wonderful striker. He is world-class, all right, but he is not 60 million worth of world-class, to be honest, in my opinion. He's not... I shouldn't have said world-class. A great striker, all right, but he's not 60 million great. And that is the fee that PSG would probably demand, which is why I do not want us to sign him, all right? 40 million tops. I know it doesn't matter what we pay for a player, but we can get so much better for cheaper, or we can get someone who will fit into our team a little bit better for cheaper. And we've done very good business this window. We haven't been ripped off at all. So it would be a shame to see that kind of go. I mean, I'd love him as a player, but I just don't want to overspend. We've done that too many times, and I just don't want to. I want this transfer window to be successful. We've spent well, basically, which is why I don't want to. The other rumour is a swap deal with Di Maria, but again, I don't want that to happen. I don't think Otamendi. I don't think Cavani's worth what Di Maria is to our team. Di Maria is fantastic. He proved it for Real Madrid. He did okay for Manchester United. He's proved it for Argentina in the Copa America. He will come good, and it would be a massive mistake to get rid of him. So Cavani If the fee is modest, then yes. But if it's 60 million, no. Next player, we've got Matteo Destro, who's rumoured to be going to West Ham on loan. West Ham are seriously knocking on the door of the top 6 if this deal comes out. They've already signed Payet. They've got a bigger stadium now, which will be filled because they have a lot of fans in London. They've also signed Ogbonna, Juve's centre-back. So they are really trying to push for that top 6. I mean, I think at the minute they're probably top 8, but if they do get Destro, even though he didn't have a great season last season for Roma, but that was because of other players coming in, Doumbia, Barbo, who haven't done well themselves. It was mainly the midfield and also Totti, who did the work for Roma last season. So it would be a fantastic addition. He's 24 and he would probably suit West Ham, to be honest, and this would be fantastic for the Premier League, to be honest. The next player and the last player is going to be Rafael, who was not in the tour. Actually, we'll do one more player after this, who was not in the tour for Manchester United, jetting off. They jetted off yesterday, and he wasn't on the plane, as well as another player I'll talk in a sec, and I'm sure you know who I'm on about. And his agent has said that the player does want to leave now because Louis van Gaal said, "You're not in my plans." Now, it is a little bit sad to see, but Louis van Gaal knows best, alright? If he doesn't think he's going to understand his philosophy, then it's best to get rid of him. And I think he prefers a move to Serie A, so I can see him going to maybe Inter, Roma, or linked. And that fantastic signing if they do get them. So yeah, I wish him all the best if he does go, which is looking very, very likely now. And yeah, we'll see what happens. The next player is Victor Valdez, who I might do a separate video on. Let me know if you do want me to, because it's tied in with Sergio Ramos, it's tied in with David De Gea, etc. But De Gea flew off to the USA and Valdez was left back. Now, I'm obviously subscribed to the Full-Time Devils, who are the biggest Manchester United fan channel out there. And Stephen Howson, one of their reporters, I agree with him 100%. I think Valdez was brought in to be number 2 for this season to build up his rehabilitation. And then he was told, because we thought David De Gea would leave, that he would become number 1 this season. And maybe something's changed. I'm not saying it has, but it seems a bit odd that we've sent De Gea out to the States and we haven't sent Valdez. I mean, why not send both? So it's either Valdez or De Gea that will leave. I highly doubt we'll keep both this season. And the way it looks at the minute is that we're refusing to sell De Gea unless Ramos leaves. So I think De Gea will stay for at least 1 more year. Valdez will probably go, though we'll see what happens. What's your opinion? There's links in Turkey, I think, probably the MLS. Few others. I'm surprised there's not bigger clubs interested. I mean, there might be. I don't know. These are just reports, so obviously a lot of this is speculation. But I reckon one of them will leave, and in my opinion, at the minute, it's Valdez, and then maybe De Gea leave next season. But if we do well next season, then maybe he'll have a change of heart. Who knows? All right, maybe he won't, maybe he will. But if he goes, we'll have an extra year to find a backup. That's worth more than 18 million. Selling him for 18 million would be ludicrous. All right, I'd prefer to sell him for free, have that extra year to get a goalkeeper, scout them properly so they fit into our team, and then purchase them. Let me know your thoughts on all the rumours today. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and yeah, peace.